Hey guys, quick preface before we dive into this new class. I did talk with the author of the class, and he got it to me about 5 minutes after I finished doing all my recording, but I played this class wrong. I just played it by ear and made my own build for it. But this class is intended to be played with a dual-wield two-hand mod, which will be linked in the video description. It should look something like this little image I've got plastered up right here looks like. Enjoy! Hey, what's up guys, it's Atlas, and I'm showing you a new class today. That is the Barbarian there you see struggling against the Netherlord. As always, the Synergies mod is outright unforgiving at times. I'm going to go through a few things right now while I have this lovely footage. First off, before we get into the Netherlord, little bit of update, but not a full update on the Synergies mod. They have reworked the Darren Kuyu leveling dungeons, which this is where it's from. But some things, like especially in Darren Kuyu number 1, they aren't alright. Like, there's lots of like little bits of blue lines where you can see where the little dungeon tile sets are ending and beginning, where they're sort of stitched together. There's a lot of like monsters that you just cannot hit because they're on a ledge and there's no way to get to that ledge. And also there's some monsters that are outright like clipping into the cliffs and like through the walls that are completely unkillable because they're out in there. But that's beside the point. Let's get back into the Barbarian. The Barbarian I like because it's supposed to be a successor to the Destroyer, like sort of a combination of mostly the Berserker and Destroyer themselves, but there are a few of the other classes mixed in there for variety. And it's a lot focused on melee, not much magic, but it does have a few abilities. So the abilities I'm using right now are Soul Rend, which is the one I've got in my right-click slot right now. That it's pretty much a straight high damage attack that has a bit of a like damage thing to it. It sucks up mana though. It sucks up a lot of mana. Then the other ability that I will be using a bit or have used a bit besides the Soul Rend is, oh, here I am right now, the Magma Hammer, which is a wide arc attack, which you use mostly for the fact that it breaks shields as well as it's got a wide AoE arc for clearing out crowd control like now. Then aside from that, my ability in the number 4 slot, what it does, I do not know the name off the top of my head. I am currently commenting in post because I just hit the Fraps record button when I saw the Netherlord out of fucking nowhere. What that does, ability number 4 right there, it sacrifices everything in my charge bar. However, it instantly brings my HP and mana back up and gives me a good defensive buff, which I am going for a defensive character with this Barbarian. I've got the shield and an axe that I had in my shared stash, and it's working pretty well. There's lots of abilities, which I'll go over in a sec as I show you the skill trees. And it's very shield friendly, which I haven't found very many sword and shield friendly classes to play in Torchlight 2 besides the Myrmidon, and I'm talking classes as in mod classes. And the Myrmidon stopped updating for Guts, and I haven't heard a thing from Epoch, so I just don't know. But aside from that, as I slowly kill the Netherlord, you can see that this is also a nice bit of contrast between like what a balanced class looks like. Yes, I can hold my own as long as I keep on slamming the potions, the heal spell, and my heal ability, but I am really having trouble here. And he's about to go down. Any second now if I get my stuff together. And come on, me, get my shit together. And that's down. Alright, well that's a little demonstration for the combat. Stay tuned in a sec. I'm going to show you a little bit of what the build skill trees and abilities look like, as well as where you should put your stat points. Alright, so now here we are looking at our Barbarian. Let's pull up the inventory. I don't have this one too twinked, but it still does look pretty good. Got some orange sword shields that were from the stock box, as I like to call it now. I don't know why I'm just calling my shared stash my stock box, because I like have all these nice organized sets in there. And then, other than that, let's look at stat allocation. Lots of strength and dexterity, a little vitality, and focus is non-existent, as you could expect with a melee character. And now back to the skills. Battle recovery, that was the name I was looking for. It pretty much, it's your Hail Mary, like when shit's about to go down. However, you almost never get a chance to unlock points for it. Oh, look, and my pet's back. Yes, I'm running the pet mod now. We'll get to that later, though, in another episode. Magma Mace, like I was telling you about, good for clearing out. You get better guarantees on your chance to break shields later on in higher tiers. And then we've got stuff like Cold Steel Mastery, which I'm running, and Shred Armor. This does ice damage, this takes away physical armor. And now we've got Soul Rend, which does not have tier bonuses yet. In fact, a lot of these don't have tier bonuses to them, which may be TBD, or may just be that they're meant to be passive or something else. But who knows? I like the class overall. It kind of feels powerful considering I'm only level 12 and I'm able to keep up with the big boys. We should throw that in there. But I like it. I'm looking forward to seeing more from, I think he's Draconius. Yes, that's the mod creator's name. His name is Draconius. I will link to his page on where you can get this mod. And that about does it for the Barbarian new mod class. Thank you very much for joining me. If you liked the video, go ahead and like it. If you disliked the video, go ahead and dislike it. I won't cry myself to sleep, I promise. Go ahead and leave a comment telling me how you feel or asking any questions. And as always, I am on Art Forge site where I will talk to you about mods and answer as many questions as I can. In fact, don't feel bad about asking me something about this or stating your opinion on the Berserker. I will gladly talk to you. In fact, sometimes I get things wrong, and I will stand corrected if I did. See you guys next time, and happy modding.